All right, are we back? I think we're back. Improvise, overcome, improvise, adapt, and overcome. I think we're back. I know we lost about almost all the viewers on that one, so I do apologize for you guys that were hanging around ready to watch the stream. I'm, okay, I think we are back at it here. All right. How is it now? I think we're good now. Okay. So, note to self, 1080p, no bueno. Now we've delayed like all kinds of stuff here, so I got to back the time up a little bit. Look at that. I think I just got a Las Vegas Approach PDC. Okay, anyway, guys, here we are. We're back in the A321. This is the next update before the Neo version comes out. So there's a lot of little bug fixes that we're going to go over, and there's some really cool things. And then there's my absolute favorite thing ever. Hold on, I'm trying to set my weather back to what it was. Which is, I'm going to show you guys right here in general settings. Sorry, not general settings, but this I think has been around, the climb detent location. I think that's been around. Where is it here? Situation, aircraft configuration. Use imperial units. Look at this. Finally, for all my American brethren out there who want to use pounds and actually know what we are burning fuel-wise, we can use imperial units. So I am super pumped for that. Also, check this out. Look what is just around the horizon. You guys have probably already seen it from now on the Toliss updates. I believe the 15th is the official release date for the paid Neo add-on. More to come on that later. But since we just spent about 20 minutes dealing with YouTube, let's just hop into the cockpit and let's get this airplane fired up. We are cold and dark. Now, one thing I want to notice too, or want to note, is first I'm going to get rid of this we'll fly with Lua thing off there. Okay. I always thought that the Toliss mouse kind of lagged in the overhead, or like when it went over a button. In this version, I don't know if it's just my sim or not, but the performance is significantly better. I mean, I'm doing 45 frames here while streaming in OpenGL, and my mouse lag on the overhead is virtually gone. So I don't know if they if they tweak something there performance-wise, but I'm loving the new, or at least it feels new to me, is I've got basically no mouse lag on the Toliss airplane anymore, which I noticed the 321, for some reason for me, it used to give me issues. So anyway, we got that taken care of here. Let's go battery 1, battery 2. Let me make sure my sounds are set over here. Everything's a little out of whack. I did, you know, I had to put the BSS pack on there. I really think that Toliss default sounds are fantastic. They're pretty good now. They're definitely pretty good. You can definitely fly this airplane without a sound pack, but you guys know me. I love that BSS sound pack. So I do have BSS sound pack on. Let me go in here, make sure we have everything set and people up to a little bit there so we can hear them. Perfect. And I almost just disconnected an IDG. Did you guys see that? Wow. Let's go ahead and, I don't even want to press that to close it because then I might do something. I might actually disconnect it by accident. All right, here we go. Let's get these screens fired up. To use the metric master system. What's the metric master system? Oh, no, we're imperial units here all the way. And this is really good for me as I get ready to go back to work, because it may not seem like a big deal, but if you keep looking at kilograms or kgs and you develop a comfortable, or like a, I don't know, a complacency of looking at a unit and not realizing what it is if you're not constantly going back and forth. So having these pounds here is fantastic. I am super pumped about it. Super, super, super pumped about having pounds. I didn't know if it was ever going to happen, but Toliss has made it happen. We don't need the econ flow. Let's go ahead and get these aligning here. We're kind of in a rush state, but we don't want to be too rushed. It's a short flight, only 45 minutes. And I do have our flight plan here in the charts as well. So let's go ahead and initialize this airplane. KLAS to Los Angeles. And we are in VATSIM. I did receive my PDC. That is awesome. Thank you. If anybody is watching the stream who is Las Vegas approach controller, Let's see, we are Boach 8 Ricky, so we're as filed pretty much. We are AAL 1015. I do apologize, the baby in the background is just not happy today, man. Super not happy. We're going to do cost index of 55, cruise flight level it's 300. We'll see if we can get up there. A little bit of performance tweaks for the airplane as well, so I think you guys are really going to like this base update here. Of course, you're going to love the Neo stuff, but this is a really good foundation for that their next paid add-on. They are flying 321 Neo's long distance routes. Yes, they are, man. Please explain why the 321 is so much harder to land than the 319. I think it, honestly, in real life, the 321 is the easiest to land. So we're gonna fly this flight, and then we'll talk about the landing when we get out on the approach there and see if it's how it feels. But we're gonna be taking off here, Las Vegas, McCarran, and what are we using? 290 at 3, good. So we're going to be taking off 25 right, most likely. Oh, I'm sorry, 26 right on the Boach 8 departure. Let's see, I'm just checking my clearance, make sure they didn't give me a runway. They didn't there. Boach 8, Ricky, transition. Insert that. Go back, insert. Let's pop up our ND here. Put it in plan mode like we're supposed to. And check out our fixes. Roper, Roach, Boach, Ricky. After Ricky, it's direct to Shatner, one of the most interesting fix names. Shatner. To join the Angel 4 into Los Angeles. So arrival, hopefully we'll get South Complex, 25 left on the Angel 4. Via Shatner. Insert Shatner, Sally. Look at that, like a glove, perfectly set up there. We'll keep you in plan mode for now. So we're doing our diffs rip here. Our secondary, we are in the Toliss, and just in case you guys think I am lying to you, one of my other than having pounds, this is my second favorite thing on the Toliss is this random faults. Always fly with random faults on, at least I do. Now 115, that's pretty high. Basically, it's a 115 times factor than having a real a failure or some type of inoperative system. So because I'm obviously type on the airplane, I like to run this a little bit higher. I think it helps me kind of stay engaged with the airplane and make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And then it gives me a chance to run the ECAM, which ECAMs, if you do engine failure stuff, if you're maybe training on the Airbus, the Toliss ECAM procedures have been reworked, especially single engine stuff. So much more in line with the real airplane now. Also a cool thing here, we have performance adjustments. These are perf factors. I really don't talk about these that much. We're going to leave them pretty much right there in the middle. But basically, if you put aircraft age to old and engine age to old, you're going to burn more fuel. I think it's right around 4% per factor of 4, 2 and 2. So definitely makes a difference. That's something we'll talk about on the back to work stream. But we do have to do a secondary for our Toliss departure because you never know what can happen. So Las Vegas to Las Vegas, secondary again. This is where we put in the approach. If I blow one, I'm going to come right back around. We're going to set it right back on the one we take off, which will be 2. We don't want to do the VOR. That's make our life hard there. 26 left. Insert that. Then we're going to go secondary one more time per phase. Next, over to approach. What do we got outside? Temperature is 20. And let me see if I get Las Vegas ATIS. There it is. 26 right, 19s. Where's the calm wind? 040. Nice night in Vegas tonight. I know I'm ignoring you guys in the chat. I'll get back to you here just momentarily. Let me get the box loaded. 00 for wind. QNH is 3022. Nice high pressure. That looks good. If we come back, I'm just going to put 200 in the DH. 26 left. All right. So RadNav page. This is something I think we are going to actually hard tune. So let's check this out here. We're going to go departure procedure, Boach 8. We are on an RNAV, but I know single engine, we have to worry about the LAS VOR. So you guys don't see a chart, but airline operators will have sometimes what's called a special single engine departure. So if you lose an engine after V1, it's not just a standard, it's a what we call a special complex. And that procedure, unless you're working for an airline, they're not really published, but there is one for Las Vegas, and it is required to do the Las Vegas hard tune here. And I believe I put a video out on my Airbus advanced MCDU videos, and I did that exact procedure there. So we got Las Vegas hard tune. So that's the RadNav page. Init B, let's load up this airplane here. What do we got? I'm gonna go ahead and take, we'll take 193. We don't need aft cargo. We don't need 62,000 or 6,000 pounds. We'll take 3,400 in the front. I'm making me take 224. Boy, let's take a full load. Since it's a short, well, we got to go up to 30, so let's go 192, 3,400. Apply these load settings. Block fuel, I think we only need like 9, and we actually have pounds, so I can verify it. Las Vegas, Los Angeles. We'll go over this here once the APU is fired up here. Let's see. Planned gate fuel 99. I'm going to make it 10,000 even. This just makes me so happy. Quick refuel, defuel. That is good. So 151.0.0. And our CG of 25.3. That's getting a little, 25.3, that looks good. And 10.4 on board. Verified. All right, 34 minutes extra gas. All right, then we're gonna get our numbers in there. Let's get this airplane primed up. We've got our fuel, we get our fuel pumps on and auto there. Do our captain overhead flow here, coming up. Ground control push button is on. We are aligning. Let's do a quick fire test. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. On. And the PA push button out and illuminated. Awesome stuff. All right. Here we go. Finally, I can relax a little bit. XP72, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat, dude. I gotta scroll back, see what you said here. Hey, Skipper, my glass of rum should be safe and secure on this flight. XP72, cheers, man. XP had a fantastic stream last night doing the expressway visual into LaGuardia in Microsoft 2020, and that airplane is not like an Airbus at all. So hats off to XP, he got it down. It was a little sketchy there on the turn, on that base turn to final there, the stall buffet. Definitely got my wine rumbling a little bit, so if you want to see more, make sure you check out his stream he did in LaGuardia. But overall, he saved it. It was funny. I love hanging out there, man. XP, great stuff, great streamer. Give him a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But welcome aboard, man. Dimitri, good to see you in the chat as well, man. I know you've been super busy. Glad to see you back around, man. I hope everything is well with the family and work, and I know everybody's busy this time of year, the holidays, and all kinds of stuff going on. So good to see you here, man. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the... we'll worry about it later. Let's go ahead and spool it up. Take a listen outside. I want to get rid of aircraft labels. There we go. Is this update of the Toliss release yet? No. So this is the update that will come out. I don't know exactly how they're going to ship it. I don't know if they're going to update it and then put the Neo on it, and then you'll just get the update and the Neo option, or for their testing purposes, if they just did, here's version 1.2 to, it's basically the groundwork. It's kind of their last big update to get the airplane ready for the Neo. So I don't know how they're going to push that out, but as far as I know, I don't believe this version has made it out just yet. The greatest Matt, he says, does your company switch you guys between the 19, 20, and 21? Oh yeah, man. Every day you can fly, you can fly one of each. So you bounce around. All right, we got our APU on, and APU bleed. We no longer need ground power. Switch him over. I feel like the audio is low. Is it low, or is it okay for you guys? Okay, what was our top altitude? Climb via SID. Okay, so climb via SID, which was the Boach. Speed restrictions, we're not taking off one, hopefully. Hopefully we get 2 6s. Flight level 190 is the top. I feel like the FCU just scrolls much better now too. Why do I still have this speed bug there? Let's clear these out. FD. Oh, you know what? Because I don't have my perf numbers set. Let's go ahead and load in our perf numbers. We've already got our load in. We're going to do 1 plus F, full yoga blowing here. 144, 144, and 148. Transition altitude is 18,000. Flex temp is non-existent because no flex in flight sim. Flaps 1. Takeoff shift in feet. Not required. Excuse me. All right. That is everything there. I am going to have to bind some other views here, though, because we are in VATSIM, so give me a second. I didn't have a chance to redo our... There we go. So we're going to do left control 5, and then over here for the transponder, we are squawking. What's our squawk code? Contact ground, ready taxi. A321 beacon 1343. I guess that's our squawk code. Beacon code 1343. Interesting. I've never really seen it written like that. But for VATSIM purposes, we're going to turn it on at the gate right now. So 1343. It says A321 beacon 1343. So I can only assume that's beacon code. I don't see anything else that says squawk. Departure frequency is 35 and nothing. So we'll put that in here. Let's see. We're going to be on 122.8 for taxi out. And then, so I guess what we'll do is Las Vegas approach 35 nothing. We'll give them a call. I guess we can give them a call. Oh no, we don't need a call. We got our PDC. So we'll give them a call short of the runway. 135.0, 122.8 for Unicom. It is on. Radios are on in the Toliss. Yes, it is. I think we're just about ready to go, guys. Turn on some of those lights. Get some lighting on here. All right. Didn't the Facebook update from the Toliss say they were going to do the 1.2 update, which is the base needed for the Neo, then the expansion comes out? That's what I thought, Carter. That's originally what I thought. Comes out on the 13th. So 1.2 here, Hudson says 1.2 is on the 13th and Neo is released on the 15th. So there you go. So 2 separate days for the release. But this version of the 321 is definitely, I can definitely feel that they've done some significant improvements, and we'll go over the list. It's a pretty lengthy list, but like I said, it's little things, but it's things that I've noticed and I've cared about. So, all right, I think we're ready to go, guys. Enough chit chat here. Call for taxi, not short of the runway. Ooh, thank you, Las Vegas Approach. Appreciate you, man. We will call them for taxi. So let's get rid of ground handling. We'll drive away. I guess they don't want to drive away, so we'll just get rid of them like this. Hide all. And beacon light can come on. Let's get out of here. I feel like I'm missing. I feel rushed, but there's no reason to be rushed now, right? So we're just gonna take a deep breath.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right, push me back and pull me forward to the T, I guess.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right. Las Vegas controls top down. That's right. Ground to tower to approach. So contact approach for taxi. We will do it, man. So we are going to be pushing off, I believe we're over here at the C gates. So let's take a look at our 10.9 page. Oh, those are departures. 10.9. What do we got here? So we'll call them up. We'll make it out to spot 9. Actually, 11 would probably be closer. We'll take a look when we get out there. I don't even know what Vegas I have. I don't think it's a very good scenery. I don't think it has the spots on the ground, but we'll see when we get pushed back.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Right. Soran Score says, I agree, especially since they raised the price from the 319 when they released the 21 and proceeded to increase the price to the 19. They're definitely getting greedy, says Dimitri. Or you're saying that to Dimitri, I got you. Hudson says, approach is spying on me. I know, I got all A little undercover operative here on the approach controller. Milltown, what's going on, man? He says, good evening, V1N community. I hope everyone is well. This turned out perfectly for me. After dinner V1 stream, maybe a bourbon for the bourbon trip. Cheers, Milltown. You know it, man. You know it. I was rushing to get home in time. I got home about 20 minutes prior to the stream.
Inserted. Release parking brake.
All right. Brakes released. You're clear to push.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
All right. Look at this. This is a fantastic American livery done by 19 Adam, I believe. It's 19 Adam's livery. He did a whole slew of Americans, but look, he did a bunch of extra texture work here. Like, look at the kind of the grime on the engine. This is not even the IAE mod. When you get the updates, I don't put the IAE mods on. I don't mod them if I can help it. Because honestly, the new engines that Toliss put out, they have definitely been improved from when the airplane first came out. Noticeably, the nacelle area here, right around that leading edge of the engine cowling, the default Toliss ones are much, much better than they used to be. But this livery is just, I mean, this is all livery work right here, getting the dirt smudges on there. Awesome stuff, man. All right, let's go ahead and crank up engine number 1. We got bleed pressure. Turning 1. We'll take a listen. Pretty good. Pretty good. Are we good on 2? Yeah, you're good on 2. All right, starting engine 2. Do it from behind the engine here.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
All right, brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
A little extra PTU noise in the background there. Oh, sounds like we got 2 good starts. So we got an avail light. Go ahead and start the timer, or reset the timer. Dogs are going off, man. It's like witching hour. I should not stream during witching hour. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and check out these flaps sound too. Pretty good. Captain Shaquille O'Neal. What's up, man?
Pin has been removed.
December 13th, I think we decided.
We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
All right, thanks for the smooth push. We'll see you next time. We got 2 good starts. That can come off. That can come off. We are flaps 1 is, what was right around 0.5 down or something? Do you guys remember what our trim setting was? No, pretty much in the green. We should be, actually it's a 321. We should probably, let's go ahead and verify that here real quick, just because, up 7, look at that. See, that would have been an interesting rotation. It would have been fine, just, in real life, you know, when you're off like that, you could feel it, but unless it's a significant impact, you really don't have to worry too bad. Look at that. That's a sick, who is that? Is that an A300? No, that's an Airbus. I didn't see the livery. Awesome takeoff there, whoever that was. All right, we're going to call approach 35.
Yeah, Southwest 4960 is 2,700 for 5.
Southwest 4960, Las Vegas departure, radar contact, climb via the Stab 8 departure.
Stab 8 departure, Southwest 4960.
Las Vegas approach, good evening, American 1015, we're ready, taxi, spot 9.
American 1015, out of spot 9, Las Vegas departure, runway 26 right at Alpha 2, taxi via Bravo 4, Bravo Alpha 2.
All right, 26 right at Alpha 2, Bravo 4, Bravo Alpha 2 for United. Or I'm sorry, American 1015.
American 1015, verify information, Golf, McCarran altimeter 3022, and full length is available if you need it.
If you got the shift for Alpha 2, we can take Alpha 2, otherwise we'll have to take full length.
American 1015, standby.
So stand by. So he's going to give
Jet card
us...
765, just want to maintain 5,500.
So, I know you guys asked this question.
5,500 now.
Alpha 2,
Southwest 3100, turn left heading 360, just want to maintain
we're
5,500.
going to stand by here for a second.
5,500 left 360, Southwest 3100.
Because I've never really done this. Normally you would get a code when you run your ACARS data, and then it will automatically populate the shift. But because this has been a hot topic of discussion, I've seen you guys talking about it, I want to see if we can enter it manually. So I think it was Michael Bogna, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name there, man, who posted a VATSIM sheet for runways, and it basically said that if you take off from an intersection, they have what the remaining distance is. So we'll do a little bit of math and we'll see if we can get it to
Las
work
Vegas
here.
departure heavy request, standby.
Chris Gussis, how come you don't use
Jet card
vertical speed?
765, turn left
I
heading
do.
230.
When called for, man, I'll use vertical speed when called for.
Jet card 765. American 2641 is ready, 26 right Alpha 2.
American 2641, RNAV Rebel, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Rebel 26 right, clear for takeoff, American 2642.
Southwest 3100, turn left heading 350.
350, Southwest 3100.
Spirit Wings 128, radar contact, say altitude.
I gotta write down call sign here, or else I'm never gonna...
Spirit Wings 128, climb without restrictions, maintain flight level 190.
This guy's busy.
Clear the restrictions up to 190, Spirit Wings 128.
Southwest 4960, climb unrestricted, maintain flight level 190.
Unrestricted to 190, Southwest 4960.
All right,
Jet card 765, as you roll out, advise McCarran Airport 10 o'clock and 10 miles.
I will call the airport, Jet card 765.
Jet card 765, additionally, obstruction, stratosphere tower, 11 o'clock and 6 miles.
Looking for Jet card 765.
Southwest 3100, turn left heading 330.
Well, while we're waiting here, let's go do our flight control check.
Delta 1187, just want to maintain
Full down.
5,000.
Neutral.
5,000 Delta
Full
11.
left.
Delta 3871, hold short,
Neutral.
runway
Rudder.
26 right.
Full left. Full right.
Clear the active, holding short,
Neutral.
26 right, 37.
Auto brakes.
Las Vegas, Jet card 765 has stratosphere in the
Full.
airport site.
Jet card 765, clear visual approach, runway 19 right.
Clear visual 19 right, Jet card 765.
We're standing by.
American 1015 departure.
Go ahead for American 1015.
American 1015, 26 right from Alpha 2, 13,050 feet available.
Okay, we'll take Alpha 2 for American 1015.
American 1015, roger, 26 right at Alpha 2, taxi via Bravo 4, Bravo Alpha 2.
Bravo 4, Bravo Alpha 2, 26 right Alpha 2, American 1015.
Delta 3871
So,
at Alpha 5, cross runway 26
let's check
right.
this out.
Join
We're gonna do this on
Bravo,
the
hold
fly
short
here.
of Bravo 4.
So 1350 remaining from 1415. So
Jet card
I'm going to
765,
pull up my
runway
little
19 right, clear
calculator
land,
here
wind
just
calm.
because
19 right, clear land, Jet card
we got the burger
765.
flowing around. So
Southwest 4960,
1415
contact LA Center 125.8,
minus
good night.
1315 is a shift of 65. Wait, that's not right.
Around the departure, good evening. King Air, November 767, Papa with IFR flight plan 2 San Diego, ready to copy, we have go.
Minus
Okay, 2 in line for clearance, just stand by for a second. Southwest 3100, turn left heading 220.
is a shift of
Southwest
1465.
3100, traffic as you roll
So,
out, 10 to 11 o'clock, 7 miles for the
And we're going
right parallel
Bravo,
Boeing
right?
737,
So
leaving 3,300.
Basically all the way up to Bravo.
Inside, Southwest 3100.
which is
Southwest
an hour.
3100, roger. Additionally, stratosphere tower will be 11 o'clock and 6 miles.
Let me go ahead and,
We got it both, Southwest 3100.
Southwest 3100, clear visual approach, runway 19 left.
loud.
There was a 19 left, Southwest 3100.
Delta 1187, turn left heading 340.
340, 1187.
American 2641, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 190, say altitude.
So Charlie's the inner,
190,
Bravo's the
4.8.
outer.
American 2641.
So it's the
American
next one.
2641, roger.
All right, so we have a shift
Las
of
Vegas, Jet card
what did I say,
765 going around.
Jet card
1465.
765, roger. Fly
So,
runway heading,
let me
maintain
see.
7,000.
Runway heading up to 7, Jet card 765.
American 1015, Airbus ahead and to your right waits for you.
Roger, American 1015, got him a sec.
Delta 3871 behind the Airbus exiting at Bravo 4 taxi via Bravo Charlie 5 to your gate.
6765. So
Bravo Charlie 5.
now here's the thing. So we have a takeoff shift of 1467. I know it's 65.
EPS 972 heavy on
So in theory,
cargo ready for taxi.
well, that's weird.
UPS
It doesn't
972
take
heavy,
five.
runway
Auto,
26 right,
changes it to 7.
taxi via Romeo
essentially,
Charlie.
If we were to crash, the FAA would be able to look back and say, hey, you had your takeoff shift for your Alpha 2, so you did everything
Delta
right.
1187,
Now,
turn
like I
left
said,
heading
this would
280,
typically
advise
come
McCarran
from
Airport.
ACARs. I gotta turn this guy down.
Film side Delta 1187 280.
Spirit Wings 128, contact LA Center 125.8.
That's as low as it goes. I can barely hear anything.
Delta 1187, cleared visual approach, runway 265.
Okay,
Clear visual 265.
so in real life,
UPS
you would
49
get an
heavy clear.
ACARs back with the shift
UPS
in there
49 heavy
and
clear
the
to San Diego,
appropriate
Lindbergh, Boat
speeds.
Gate, departure, then asphalt,
Now, I don't
climb
believe you
via
can put a
SID,
takeoff shift in
squawk
there.
1330, stand by your readback.
You can't. So these
Southwest 3100,
speeds
runway
would
2,
reflect
correction,
a
runway
shift
19 or left, clear to land, wind calm.
because you, in theory, have less runway available. But I mean, we've got 13,000 still available. We have plenty of runway. But I just thought it would be interesting to try to do that manually because I know you guys have been talking about it in the chat a lot about takeoff shift. So I've never done the math like that and entered it manually in real life or in the sim before, but I would imagine that's how it's done. Now, I think Phantom was saying that one time he actually had to use it, had to use our paperwork,
left or another shot at
and there was a
right.
shift intersection. He put it in from the paperwork
We just came in a little bit
on
too
the
fast.
shift spot, and then that would clear out your speeds, or you would have appropriate speeds for the
Jet
intersection
card
approach.
765, sorry about that. Turn
So,
left
I don't know,
heading
just kinda cool to see it
050
work, but-
vector visual approach runway 19 right.
Man.
050, 1 on the right, check card 765.
UPS 49 heavy, go ahead with the readback.
Boat check
I can barely hear myself. Is there another way to turn it on? Like it's still loud. I'm gonna go. I've got them both on.
UPS 49 heavy, 26 right full length.
I've got them both all the way down now.
Thank you, sir. 26 right.
I've got them
And
both
I
all the
believe
way
King
down.
Air 76 Lima Papa
As
with
low as it
vector
goes.
turns, available, ready to copy.
Unless
Ready to copy,
there's
number 7.
King Air 76 Lima Papa is
there's
San
not a
Diego
separate
Airport,
audio and
McCarran.
OBS for him, so that's as low as it goes, guys.
McCarran 5 departure, radar vectors to Victor 538.
All right. Anyway, we're
Maintain 7,000.
back on it.
Expect flight level 26.
Let's get out of here.
5 minutes after departure.
Does he ever reach out liquid snow? Yeah, man. Sorry about that, dude. It just I was trying to get that takeoff shift in the box, and I can't. It's hard to think and talk when somebody's yelling. I know he's not yelling, but just the audio levels are. Audio levels are always in trouble with that. So. That A2C is on fire. He's busy, man. He's doing one hell of a job, though.
We have gold, but we'll be ready in about 2 minutes.
All right, V speeds calculation are much better on FS Labs. There you go. So yeah, the V speeds on FS Labs, I believe. I haven't even played with takeoff shift yet on the FS Labs yet.
American 2641 only. LA Center 1258.
All right, so we're going down to Alpha 2. Look at that A300. Who's that A300? Is that A300 in the stream? Because or in chat? Because you look mighty fine sitting over there in that sunset.
American 1015, all of your gates are behind you now. Make a 180, join Charlie, and then any right turn into the terminal circuit.
Talking to me?
Approach WestJet 580, clearance LAX. WestJet 580, Las Vegas departure, cleared to the Los Angeles.
It sounded like he said that I was going to the gates. I'm not going to the gates.
Squawk 1301.
Let's make a perfect takeoff. Good. No rolling distractions. Okay, we won't do any distractions on the takeoff roll. We will just do it from the cockpit. I'll spool it up. I'll spool it up from the window view, and then I'll go to the cockpit.
WestJet 580,
Video as low as it goes and still blows out my ears. Yeah, that's. I don't know how to fix that, man. Look at that 7.4 UPS. This is why that sim is so cool, man. Seeing all this traffic on it. I love that A300. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Am I quiet? I can turn up my volume, but I think I was just
Southwest 3100 straight
away from the microphone there for a minute.
All
right, here comes Alpha 2.
Yes, 972 heavy, RNAV to Rebel, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
I'll be much more interactive with you guys in chat now. It's just getting off the ground.
Delta 1187.
It's quite the challenge sometimes. All right, here's Alpha 2.
United 320 November. You were sent a PDC
Brake set.
via text. Did you receive that?
Confirm. There we go.
Negative, United 62 November. United 320 November. Okay, clearance is on request. Stand by. Southwest 2148 number.
Strip in the background.
Las Vegas departure, roger.
Well, that's a cool shot with that UPS 74 right there. Yeah, I figured he was talking to someone else. I mean, I guess we can have
Checkout 765.
So, you don't want to be that guy. So, we have an aircraft on the runway. Don't be that guy and call ready for departure when there's obviously traffic. It happens in real life. Sometimes you do it because you don't see him right away and you call up and then it just makes you look like a dumbass. So try not to do it in real life. Don't do it on VATSIM. He's not going to clear you with the guy on the runway there. Back at that A300. Romulus says only 82 likes. We got 298 watching. Guys, hit the like button for that UPS A300. You obviously don't like me, but hit that like button for that UPS A300 taking off there. That is juicy.
American 1015, runway 26 right, line up and wait. Traffic will cross downfield. Caution, wind turbulence departing heavy Airbus.
Line up and wait, 26 right off 2 for American 1015. All right, here we go. Line up and wait, so we're going to get those on. We'll go ahead and pop them out, but we're not going to take off. We're not going to turn them on.
Position, join Charlie, hold short of Charlie 4.
At Alpha 6, cross 26 right, Charlie, short Charlie.
Look at that shot, huh?
Checkout 765, wind
Reflection of the strobe is juicy. Oh, look at me. I'm about to taxi off the runway. Okay, no distractions. Let's get it centered. That was probably the worst lineup I've ever seen.
Present 6500, climb to maintain flight level 190, UPS 972.
Alright, that's better. I'm going to try not to set the brake here while we're waiting to go. Up to 190, we're RNAV to Rebel. We are standing by. What's our go fuel?
American 1050, RNAV to Rebel, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff, wind 2303.
RNAV Rebel, 26 right off 2 cliff takeoff, American 1015. Alright, here we go. We're going to spool them up 50. I'm going to go full yoga, then I'm going to stay in the cockpit. Gotta love it. Okay, here we go. No distractions. Nose forward on the stick. Man Toga, SRS runway. Auto thrust is blue. Should have turned the lights on. No distractions. Totally failed. We're all right there. We're still on center line. 80 knots. Thrust set. Neutral by 100. Here we go.
UPS 972 having contact LA.
V1. Rotate. Nice and easy on that rotation. Positive rate. Hero. We're nabbing.
1187, change of plan, take Charlie 5 and cruise.
Charlie 5 of the ramp, Delta 1187.
Awesome. Goodbye, lost wages. Yoga. Those sounds are fire, man.
Checker 765, I'm sorry, I thought I gave it to you, runway 19 right, quarter land, wind 23.
Pretty sure that acceleration out there. Look at the strip right there behind the wing.
American 1015, radar contact, alignment, maintain, flight level 190, sail.
Probably maintain flight level 190. We're passing 5,000 for United 10, or American 1015.
American 1015, I'm
Thrust 5 open climb. Auto thrust. I got the autopilot on because of that view right there. Look at that shot, man. Start the chrono. Alright, I'll get the chrono. I'll get the chrono. And flap 0. takeoff checklist.
Bravo altitude, check. Check card 765, exit right, 1 able, hotel, Atlantic, coming in.
That's pretty sweet. With the strip in the background. Hit the like button for that.
American 1015, clear direct approach.
Direct approach, American 1015. Direct approach. Insert. We rolling. Back to my window view here. Oh, that's cool too, with the mountains and the sunset. Ah, that is freaking sweet looking though. This is BSS, that is confirmed. How do you dial the wind noise down in the cockpit? I can do that right now because I can hear it piling up here. Volume. First things we can do is it enviro ground? No, that's the ground environment. Weather? No. Switching systems. Used to be able to turn it down.
United 320 November radar contact.
Interesting. Surely it's not on here. There we go. We're getting ready to go through 10,000 feet. Go ahead and turn our lights off. Bring the cabin crew. Man, I don't remember that being that loud before.
American 1015, hit the like button for the controllers. Contact LA Center 125.8 there.
125.8, we'll do it, man. Excellent job, American 1015. We'll see ya.
Take care.
Nice job, man. Nice job. All right, who we talking to? Center. Center, good evening, American 1015. We are 11,000, climbing flight level 190. Oh boy, now I gotta turn her up. I can't hear her. Or him. Yeah, I'm sorry, I think I had the audio down. It's American 1015, we're 11.4, climbing 190.
American 1015, Los Angeles Center, welcome aboard, climbing tape level 300.
Probably maintain flight level 300, American 1015. Alright. Let's see if we can actually reach top of climb. I'm going to do 310. So this guy's lower. Alright. I can't figure out how to turn down the... Oh, it is. XP realistic. You're right.
Julia, make right turn
Right.
230.
I don't know why I have that one on.
Frequency changes. Crew, give me a call back when you're getting close to the center like that.
Wind down Beyonce. Oh. Oh my goodness. My ears have been saved. Awesome. Alright, let's go outside. I'm going to turn down the externals all the way down. Can it be?
This is Juliet. Papa actually will be turning it toward the east. We have aircraft going out VFR where we usually try to get them over to the east side of the mountain.
Alright, I can think now. Yes, thank you for the XP Realistic.
Actually, north side of the
I do have
mountain.
XP Realistic
VFR,
running, and I thought I got rid of all that wind noise. I was making a profile for the 321, and for some reason I think I got the wind on there still. Awesome.
SoCal airspace. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved. And
Yeah,
for VFR,
Poseidon, that wind noise was my...
we
Sorry
fly at
about that.
15,500.
Jeremy Harvey, what's going on, man? Hey, I saw your message earlier, but then I was scrambling to get the stream started. You were working on music while watching the stream, man. Much appreciated, dude. Jeremy Harvey. He says, I think the flight deck is actually this loud in real life. It is pretty loud. It may not be that aggressive, but as you increase in speed, it definitely gets louder. So, but I just think it's hard to tell if it's that loud in real life when you're streaming, because everything is more emphasized, I guess, through headphones than it is if it's just ambient. But the Airbus cockpit isn't inherently loud. I know the Boeing is definitely louder than the Airbus. When I've jump seated on the 7.3s, it's definitely louder than the Airbus cockpit. Edward, have you noticed the climb profile and Simbrice is off, giving you high cruise level on short flights? Yeah, I should have noticed that.
127.85.
I saw that and I just left. I don't know if we're going to make 30. Where is our top of climb? Is it even on here? It's barely on there. So we're going to do something.
Center Metro 144 request descent.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to go MCT.
Wind 030 at 6 runway 24 right, clear land.
Doesn't really change much there, does it? Get a couple extra.
And Center American 776
Should have had terrain mode on as well. That's my fault.
American 776, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
So as you get higher in altitude, eventually it's not going to make much of a difference. Let's go ahead. I'll leave it an MCT for a minute. There's 18,000. We'll go ahead and set standard.
407, Charlie Hotel.
Out of 19,000. Seems like it's a smooth ride this evening. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign
No
off.
traffic in the pattern at Avalon. Switch to advisor 12220. We'll see you.
Just subscribe. Gabriel, thank you so much, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, dude. Alright. That's all I know, man. Alright, so I wanted to go over a couple of these changes here. So let's go over some of these.
15,000 Metro 144.
Alright, so major new features, obviously support for the Neo package. We know that's coming. The option to use imperial units for the FMGS, weight counts, weights, and cabin temperatures. Awesome, so that is a huge plus for me. I am so pumped about that. Complete rework of engine failure handling, like the ECAM actions and speed target rework. So I will probably do some more engine failure stuff as work streams. I'm going to do some engine failure stuff in the FS Labs, and then I'm going to compare it to the 321. But I've noticed that they have, I've already dabbled in it just a little bit, and the ECAMs do seem to flow much more like they should than they have in the past. So that is a complete rework. Why with failures on, maybe it's not that much of a big deal for you.
948, send your discretion, 5,000.
So minor new features, improved lateral control laws for better handling during engine failures, so definitely a little bit better handling. Added injected faults to the situation safe, so you can save a situation with faults, which is pretty cool. That makes it easier for training purposes. I know some guys may want to buy the airplane to do some training stuff. Complete rework for the managed speed computation for a given cost index during the climb phase. So that's kind of what I'm here. Manage speed for a given cost index. Instead of it just being 320 or whatever at 25 cost index and above, it's actually scaled a little bit differently now. Retuning of the fuel burn for existing engine types. So let's go ahead and take a look at that fuel burn real quick. Let's hop into the cockpit here. I'm going to come back to
Juliet, wind calm,
see, and it's much, there's really not much change now, which is much more accurate. What are we doing? 55, 5,200? That seems about right. 5,000 pounds aside here in the climb, 310 knots at 24,000.
Alright, Juliet, runway 21.
That seems about right to me. That seems about right to me.
Left close traffic.
Clear the option left close traffic.
Yeah, I got that seems.
Spearways 128, you park in north or
That
south
seems
complex.
good. All right, let's continue reading.
We're going to go to the south.
Can you turn ATC down? I got it down pretty much
Spearways 128, expect
as
island
low as
25
it can
left
go,
approach.
man. And like, if I turn it down, here, I'll turn it down.
American 776 heavy, RNAV Docker, wind
I'll turn it down over here.
25 right, clear for takeoff.
Maybe that's better. That's about all I can do, man. I can barely hear it, but I can see it on the stream audio.
Heavy on 25 right.
Just kind of one of the things you got to deal with. Rework of the EWD for better accuracy of the representation. Livery-specific configuration items can now be done via livery configuration file. Added support for approaches with NA route points between the missed approach point and the runway. Example, this is probably a big one if you guys fly in Lowy a lot, the RNP Yankee for runway 8. So now you can actually load that approach proper going into Lowy. That's probably the most common one, that Lowy approach RNP Yankee for runway 8. It should load up properly now. Now they did have a slew of bug fixes on here. One of the big ones that I saw, and I never really talked about it because you don't really fly back course, but the localizer would disappear if you were doing a back course approach in the 321, which that supposedly is fixed now. I actually haven't tested that yet, but I did notice that a while back. Fixed issues with minimum callouts when they did not coincide with radio altitude callouts. That's good to know. Fixed issues with inconsistent runway naming between procedures and scenery. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, 384, leave my airspace north.
Improved smart co-pilot synchronization of the McDoos. Phantom 320, where you at, man? We got to do another multi-crew stream. We need to get another multi-crew stream on here. Captain Tom, if you're still in the chat, I need you to slap Phantom 320 around. Tell him he needs to do another multi-crew stream with me, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Fixed a bug leading to X-plane freeze when changing runways after a go-around. I've noticed that. I've actually noticed a CTD before doing runway changes after going around, but that seems to be fixed. Hydraulic brake accumulator pressure does not change anymore when yellow supply without changing amount of braking pressure. Oh, that's good, as it should. Cabin chime queued is fixed. I'm running BSS, so I don't think that applies to us. They also did a few other things there. ILS tracking, corrected vertical guidance for the low ARNP as well, and also corrected the logic for the aircraft power supply for the fuel pumps, which, if you're not familiar with, you wouldn't have really noticed anyway, but it should depend on the Gen 1 light switch, and that is represented now. So that is what you get to look forward to, and like I said before, I mean, a big thing for me is the mouse lag seems to be gone. I don't know if it was just an inadvertent fix or what, but I can really move my mouse around here, and I don't have that mouse lag that I was having before in earlier versions of the airplane. So we'll go ahead and remanage the speed here. Or 28 climbing 300. Let's go ahead and, it's a short flight, so we're going to just get our charts out for LAX.
Juliet, say again.
Oh my gosh, what is happening now? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, I have control. Overspeed. What just happened? Auto thrust off. What just happened? Okay, our engines are running. We don't have an engine failure.
76 Heavy, radar contact, climb and maintain level
What was that all about? Autopilot 1, auto thrust, Mach, alt cruise. What the heck was that? Wow, the autopilot tripped off because we entered some severe turbulence or something? Wow. Nice weather change there. Okay. Dumb question. Are you able to hear the P2 in the A300? Golden State. I don't know, man. That's a great question. That would be great to ask a A300 guy. I don't know. It almost turned into a flight deck stream. Yeah. I don't know. We still got our wings out here. We're still looking good. Weather update for sure, or something. That scared me though. Alright, here we go. Airport 10-9. And we also need to load up the arrival. We are on the Angel 4. And hopefully we'll get the 2-5, a left ILS approach procedure. Man, this guy's super busy. His controllers are busy tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put you into neutral mode. Alright, here we go. There's our arrival. So the bottom arrival is 270 at Circus. And we are wanting to land 25 left. That is correct. And Charlie 8 Alley. I don't know what gate those are. What do we got here? Bradley Terminal, I believe. 1 through 8. Yeah. 50, we'll go to 56 Bravo.
1468, I don't know if, did you disconnect and reconnect? Because you were not, we did not have a tagged on.
We'll go ahead and set up the rest of our approach stuff here as well. German Harvey says, I figured out what makes that hum during transitions from the 7576 MD-80. It's the 400 hertz AC power leaking through. You can hear it in the Airbus before the blowers kick in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Seatbelt sign on. Fuel below 3 ton. That's interesting. I think it should be in pounds. That may be a... Okay, we're definitely getting some severe turbulence here. I'm close to it. Interesting, Jeremy Harvey, though. That's awesome. I've always heard it. You can always tell, like when the MD-80s are transmitting 7.5 or 7.6, you can hear the guys, that hum in the background. Awesome. Good to know, man. All right, we can go ahead and clear out Las Vegas as well. Secondary, we'll copy the active. I should have done that through 10,000. All right, what do we got here for approach weather?
728 Papa November, saying it.
We have an LA ATIS. We do have an LA ATIS. Fantastic.
Yeah, 728 Papa November, maintain
Landing 25.
350.
08. Wait, what? Yeah, 080 at 6. Interesting.
American 2641, after circuits cleared ILS 25 left approach.
Temperature, I wish I could print these out. Temperature 26. QNH is
Wind is variable at 3 runway
3000. MDA for Australian ILS is going to be 304. Alright, we've got our LS push buttons on. Everybody consider yourself as briefed. Approach the top of descent here. Hopefully he'll have lower force shortly. Anyway, we're just bumping along. Michael Lazan, he says, what did you do to explain you have some other people saying things in other planes flying? I only have Sikorsky helicopters flying around. Michael, so I'm on VATSIM, which is an ATC network, and once you connect, it auto-inject. Well, it does do it automatically, but other players that are online will be represented in the simulator. So it is VATSIM. Xplane72 has a good video on how he sets up his VATSIM. Check out his channel if you want a little bit of help with getting VATSIM installed. What is the add-on for the camera shake? That is XP Realistic.
That's 948 ticket.
What the hell's with turbulence? Anthony answered, I don't know, man. XP Realistic Clear Air Turbulence. There we go.
Yeah, and that's 948. Cancellation.
I mean, it's not uncommon to get it as you go over the mountains here. Why are we falling back here? We need lower is what we need. At or below 30 for Gleason. Yeah, Center for American 1015. We're getting some bumps up here at 300. Any chance for lower?
That's 4990, squawk 4, 333.
Maxim, what's up? It says, hey, do you happen to know how step climbs are calculated in the 320 family? I see them planned on SB for longer 4+ hour flights than 321. It is just based on the weight. Loving the stream. Maxim, yeah. So a step climb, you'll typically get that if you're on a longer flight where between your payload and the fuel required, you may not be able to reach your optimum altitude for best fuel burn. So you'll be filed at a lower altitude until you are planned to be at a lighter weight and performance permits, which will allow you to climb higher and continue your flight there. Now you'll see a step climb in your flight planning. As far as when to do those, that would be something a dispatcher would probably have a better answer for you. But definitely get those in your paperwork.
Center, good afternoon, United 66, heavy flight level 38, sir.
We need to get a little higher.
Yeah.
Windy here in California, Berkdale 360. Oh boy.
Sir, was that over to SOCOM, Frontier High 2127? A couple aircraft there at once. We were just at Luke 14, shift change.
Let's see. Oh, shift change. So 280 knots at least, and we're already doing 280, but he didn't give us a descend via, so.
LA altimeter 3000.
We'll probably get a descend via here. Right?
Descend via the Angel altitude restrictions that are above the speed of the LA altimeter 3000.
Alright, descend via the Angel American 1015, we'll do it.
United 320 November.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and manage that.
Ontario altimeter 3003.
Let's see what an actual bottom is there. I just set 4 so we could get going down. Circus was the last one there at 12, so we'll go ahead and set 12. I think we're behind the 8 ball here.
You're blocked, but I believe 0507,000. That could be 5 left, Metro 144.
Metro
Yeah,
144.
we're gonna LAX. We're gonna put LAX in the prog page. 25 left.
075, 40,000.
he said something about the at or above as needed, so we'll help him out. We're going to try to get back on it. We're going to pop those speed brakes out. Team Vodka says you should name the dog PTU. I know, man. Who needs PTU sounds when you have your dog? Dude, these dogs, man. Maxim says that makes sense. It's clean up. Got it, man. Hounds in the FOC, Dougal. You know it, man. They are. They cost us not a pretty little penny a few days ago, too. Going to the vet. Alright. Angel out below 24. We'll be okay there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get down at Circus, though, at 14. We'll see here what's going on here. Speed break. You know it, man. We're about to enter visible moisture. We are in that temperature range. Coming on down. His passengers are dogs. Speed brakes. Can you collide into other planes on VATSIM? No, I don't believe so. Next plane I just fly through Sikorsky and get sent my way. I don't think you can, but you'll get in trouble if you're, you know, if there's somebody on ATC and you're in the way. It's very much trying to simulate a real world scenario. Alright, we're coming down on this. Let's see how we're going to do here. Can at or above 7,000. We're coming down on it. We're only 2,100 feet high. I think we're going to catch back up. I think we're going to be alright here. Out of 21.8.
Number 2 now, cleared visual bridge, runway 25 left. He's about due 280 over the ground at the moment.
I think we're doing just fine. There's 1,500 below. Oh, look at the sun in between layers. That's pretty cool.
Air 76 Lima Papa, LA Center,
Out of 20,000, it was 3,000 down there.
We're 12 miles from the creek, so intersection.
Air 76 Lima Papa, thank you very much. Upon an escape, possible 260, welcome.
Yeah, I think we're catching right up to it.
Yes, 970, if you need a vector for your descent, sir, or are you able to descend on the arrival with the altitude restrictions that are above?
Here it comes. Here comes our vertical deviation. Good old Airbus, man.
I want to know, are you able to descend on the arrival with published with, are you able to
We'll go ahead and
descend on the arrival
storm.
with the altitude restrictions that are above, or do you need a vector, sir?
Look at that fog.
We will be at 14,000 on...
In the 10 years on VATSIM, I've only been in one mid-air collision. There you go.
That's what I needed to know at Circus.
Do you think the vertical speed is tight? Nah, man. We were just coming full speed brakes trying to get down.
And we have to 5 left approach from Circus with direction Kilo, UPS 967.
Man, there's chaos going on.
LA Center, hello, climb maintain, followable 360.
Alright, there's Can at or above 17,000.
That is 66,
We're
radar
280 knots, 17,000. There's our transition. Set 3,000. Approach checklist.
Via the Angel, altimeter 3003, confirm, United 66.
Affirmative. Alaska 201, LA, radar contact squad.
Why is it flashing at me? Oh, because on the descent, I didn't set it to transition.
Shed 580, descend via the Angel, the Ontario altimeter 3003.
That should take care of that. So we got MDA 304 set. Approach checklist. We're going to go brake slow. 109.9. We'll auto-tune that. I don't see our final approach course on there. We should see a final approach course marker. Alright, there's 16. 14 is the bottom at Circus, 270 knots.
American 1015, 8 is the kilo at LA, the LA altimeter 3000 at Circus, cleared ILS from 825 left approach.
Alright, at Circus, clear ILS 25 left approach, 3000 on the altimeter, American 1015. Alright, he was blocked, but I got him. So we're cleared approach past Circus, so we can go ahead, when we get this, very much like real life, I'm going to go ahead and set the final approach fix out to 1900, keep the airplane coming down. So he cleared us for the approach after Circus, so we're going to keep that vertical path coming all the way down. We do have our localizer on, but I'm not going to arm the approach this far out. We're still pretty far out from the runway here. We're still a good 54 miles out, so we're going to stand by on that. Is tower on? I don't think tower is on, so I think we'll do alright. There's 14,000, circus at or above, and it's at 270 knots. I'm going to manually select speed 270.
We'll be about a 5 minute delay. Thanks very much for your patience. I'll be back with you shortly.
Ice not detected, but are we still in icing conditions? Nope, we no longer are. Nice and warm. We'll go ahead and turn those off. Here comes our descent. Out of 13. We're looking good.
128, terminal setting 070. Delta 1468, 11 from Jetset, turn right heading 230. Just let me maintain 3000 to establish the whole
Man. Thank you for the subscribe there, official Tyrese. Appreciate it, man. Edward said the collision was not your fault. Oh, pilot was on the FNO. Oh, he wasn't talking to the controller. That's no good. Yeah, if you do get on VATS, you want to make sure you're in communication. Ski Rabbit, what's up, man? He says, what's up, man? You really have to love what you do. Fly sims and the real deal. That's awesome. You know it, man. I definitely love what I do, and I'm missing flying in real life for sure, man. Being off this long, I do miss it. But this fills a void for me, and having you guys on board makes it all that much more enjoyable too. So I appreciate you joining me tonight. All right. Internet is getting frisky. I see a couple frame drops happening there. We're going to try to get down here as soon as we can. We're 11.6. Getting ready to go through 10,000 feet. We're going to walk it back to 250 knots. And we're going to activate and confirm.
20 minutes now. 360.
Out of 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and light it up.
76 LA Center, hello, squawk 7155. Sorry, I had to clean up a mess from the previous controller.
7155 for you, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Alaska 1070, radar contact 22 east of Shaft.
Ontario, you got it. Yes, it is ORBX. ORBX HD, man. I love this ORBX here. What airport are we flying over, Chris Scott? That was Ontario, I believe, right? Wasn't that Ontario? Did some of my first piston time, or I'm sorry, not piston, turboprop time, PT6 time out of Ontario. Doing some training out of there. Might have to hit Ontario with the A300 later. Team Vodka, you know it, man. I love that A300. I'm going to be getting back in that. Whoa! That is pretty aggressive. Let's see if we can pick up this descent here. Put the speed brake on. Wind coming over the mountains, maybe. I don't know if XP Realistic just puts it randomly or what, but I'm going to pick up the descent just a little bit here. Get out of that layer. Sometimes coming out of a bottom layer like this, windy near the mountains, you'll get rocked. You'll get rocked. Do you fly much outside of the streams? A little bit. Lately, no, not really, man. I've been so busy. What's our distance now? We are 33 miles. We'll just keep rocking. We'll just keep it rocking. We'll keep it in nav mode.
Any exit right, cross runway 25 right, Bravo to the ramp on this frequency. We'll see you.
We'll just keep it coming down the way it is right now. Love the light reflecting off that engine there, though. Gosh, I love that ORBX HD too. It's so nice. SoCal, you got it, man. Berto says, told you it's bumpy air here. You got it, Berto. Coming in over those mountains. Mike, please, what was that? That was just some turbulence coming over the mountains there, man.
American 1015 at 8,000, reduce speed to 210 knots, then continue to...
At 8,000, we'll slow to 210 for American 1015.
United 320 November at 8,000,
There's
reduce
8,000.
speed to 210 knots, then continue descent.
Now, that's actually a pretty common clearance in real life, and I hate it because you can get slippery here. You know I don't like 210 in the Airbus, so I'm going to get those spoid brakes out. Let's go ahead and start coming back. You start playing with 210 knots on a constant rate descent like this going into an approach, you could end up high and fast very, very easily. So when I get that 210 speed,
Center Metro 144.
it's kind of a like, and the airplane doesn't really want to get down to 210. We're gonna have to force it.
Center land 25 left Metro 1.
There's VFE next. We can go
Contact 9809 on Victorville ground. You want us to just contact you up as soon as we get in the air for clearance?
Delta 1468 runway 2.
Mike Place says I've never watched you. You're cool. Appreciate it, man. 2 nights ago we saw 40 knot winds in South Central Cali. Well, there you go, man. Maybe it's not totally random. It's got him in the right spot because I can tell you from experience I've been rocked coming in on this approach. But there we go. We got LA in sight. We still can't quite get to 210. Come on, baby. All right, we're going to head on the approach. Glide slope, low blue, ILAX 109.9. Confirmed.
9809 LA, hi, again, a little bit of a delay, I'll get you here in about a minute or so, apologies.
I know you're good, LA Center, you're busy, but see ya.
Shane Boyle, welcome to Private Pilot. Welcome to Private Pilot, man. Welcome to the channel, dude. You now obviously get emojis in chat. You also get access to the V1 After Dark Discord. So if you sync your YouTube to your Discord, you get access to that channel in the Discord. Easiest way to get a hold of me if you have a question for me, you want to see something from me. Also, you get access to the V1 After Dark podcast. So I got another podcast coming out here pretty soon for November, December. Just search for those under playlists on the channel. But welcome aboard, Shane. Glad to have you on the channel. Golden State says, I heard the Santa Ana winds are kicking up. Yeah, buddy. Alright, we're at 210 knots. Looks like we got Cat 3 dual armed. 15 knot tail in here. Oh, this is why. Whoa. God, I hate it when it does that. See, I'm gonna just let it do it right now because we're in X-plane, but in real life, that would happen. So I armed the approach and we're so far out, it just made that aggressive turn to intercept the localizer. In real life, I probably would have clicked the autopilot off there and just flown in a little bit closer. But when you arm the localizer way out like on an RNAV like this, you're still 18 miles out, you can pick up the signal and track it, but it's just, it makes for abrupt changes like that. And if you're IMC in real life, you kind of want to try to minimize that as much as you can. So hindsight, I probably should have let it stay at RNAV here. It's doing a fine job. I would have armed it a little bit later. Get my screens ready to go. There we go. Honda's at 3,600 feet.
American 1015 traffic, 11 o'clock at 5 miles and 3,000 Spirit Airbus.
We got him inside to American 1015.
American 1015 maintain visual separation.
Roger, we'll do it. American 1015. Spirit Airbus.
So we're going to put you at the back of the line, climb and maintain 4,000.
Spirit going around. What happens when you crash?
68, any left turn.
Not good, man. Knock on wood, I have not crashed on stream yet. We've gotten close a couple times, but we have not crashed on stream yet.
Center November 2121 uniform radio check.
November 2121 uniform Los Angeles Center, hello, reach you loud and clear. United 66 Heavy information, kilo center for Los Angeles, the LA altimeter 3000. At circuit is cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
We have kilo on board, altimeter 3000 at circuit cleared ILS.
Shouldn't you not arm LS when flying RNAV approach?
419
We're not on an RNAV approach, we're actually on the ILS 25 left, but we're on an RNAV arrival that leads in, and that far out, like I said, you get a tendency to get an aggressive response from the airplane. Sometimes it'll actually intercept a false localizer, which can be very dangerous. So you got to be on it. Probably should have waited till I was a little bit closer before arming the approach. But we are, just to be clear, we are on an ILS 25 left, but we were on an RNAV arrival. So I had it in RNAV mode. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dial it back.
1015, Castaway turbulence and trail of the heavy Airbus just touching down now. Wind 0406, runway 25 left, clear to land.
25 left, clear to land, American 1015. Alright, so here we go. We're at 210 knots. We're on the glide slope. I got full speed brakes out, and look, I'm not even really slowing down. I'm at 2,800 feet, so I got to drop the gear. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to be stable. So gear's got to come down early here. This is what I'm talking about, that 210 speed. You can get a little bit slippery. VFE next, minus 10 flaps for 2. Let's get them out. We got to get stable by 1,000 feet here. Keep it coming back. Keep it coming back. But that's what happens when you stay at 210 and you get on the glide slope like that. It can get slippery, especially with a 10-knot tailwind here. VFE next, minus 10, flaps 3. We'll go ahead and manage. And VFE next minus 10, flaps full.
9 o'clock at 3 miles, 4,000.
Go ahead and arm that. Call them. We are clear to land. Spoilers arm. Alright, landing checklist, cabin crew advised, auto thrust speed, ECAM memo. Landing all green. Auto brakes are low, landing checklist is complete at 1,600 feet. We got 600 feet to spare, so we made it just in time, guys, just in time. We are stable. We can go ahead and kill the dome line here. Alright, autopilot's coming off the TANFI list. Let's see how it feels here coming in.
November 1047.
Cat 1, we'll leave the auto thrust on. We'll see how the auto thrust handles itself here.
We're wondering if you want
Man,
us to
the
file
files were
for
right down there on
VFR
VLS.
Zero wings 128, trail up heading 280, intercept the 25 lost localizer and track it inbound to the visual approach.
Forget, we do have replay, so there's no need to bounce around in the wing views right now. I'm just going to try to fly this
Intercept
approach
on the
here.
ground at Edwards, that's
We are cleared to
outside of
land,
IR,
gear is
25
down,
control the
all
Joshua
green on the
or
ECAM.
Edwards
Here we go,
complex.
1,000 feet.
Monitor ECAMs and perform your necessary services. See you later.
Far out over
Ricky says, straight into LA is always slippery. You know it, man. It really is. This was a very accurate representation of an arrival into LA.
November 28 Lima, Los Angeles Center, hello,
Very accurate.
on request.
Drift Caller says, for what it's worth, controller's just like the 321 as much as you guys do for stuff like that. Well, there you go, man.
Vacation 728 Papa November, Las Vegas altimeter 3022. The ATIS is India, descent via the KPAC 6 arrival. I'll try and get you the 19th, but for now, expect the visual approach.
I love this short final LAX too. Come look at the buildings on the right side. This looks good. I know FS 2020 is on point, but with the right add-ons, X-Plane can still play ball. Now, if only I could fly.
No worries at all, yeah, a little bit out there, I apologize for that. WestJet 580, 170 or less to just, I'm sorry, 170 or less to Lima.
PLI's dropped down there, looking good.
United 320 November, wind 240 at 3, runway 25, I'm sorry, wind 040 at 6, runway 25 left, third land.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Catch it, there we go. Spoilers.
Wings 128, you just
Reverse swing.
track the localizer inbound.
Decel, that 10-knot tailwind, man. We got a 116 on one of them and a 262 on the other. 70 knots.
United 66, reduced at 8,000, reduced 8 to 210 knots.
We'll take the next high speed. That 8-knot tailwind is right at our limitation, man. 59 feet above, a little bit high over the threshold, 5 feet from center line on touchdown.
Center Bitpack 9809. I picked the bill.
Stow of the buckets.
No, VPAC 9809, I was actually...
I'm going to go with your 8, a 116.
Chemo arrivals not available.
Alright, we're going to clear the hold short line here, and we'll hold short of 2-5 right.
By just a second, and it won't be much, but except a couple of things.
Alright, cool. We'll expect them. Bitpack 9809.
Alright, I don't think we're going to get a clearance here.
American 776, welcome back. WestJet 580, you are 5 and trail of an Airbus, about 34.
We'll go ahead and set the brake. We'll clean up the airplane because we're waiting.
American 1015 on Lima, across runway 25 right, Bravo to the ramp. We'll talk to you later.
Lima, cleared across 25 right, Bravo to the ramp, American 1015. Have a good one. Alright, so we're cleared across. I'm missing final version. It doesn't quite line up, but we're cleared across. Clear right, keep our lights on. I've got the flaps retracted, but we'll keep our lights on. Look at them lined up like rockets out there for 2-5 left. Awesome.
170 or better to Lima, please, for traffic behind, clear visual bridge from lane 25 left.
This is probably my top 3 favorite airports in X-Plane 11 is the short final LAX. It looks so good, especially at night. I mean, just
v1.2.
This view here with the planes lined up on final like that, guys, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this exact picture in real life, and you're seeing it right here in the sim. I mean, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Bravo Alpha, read that correct. Let me know when
We're
you're
in a
ready,
nice,
please.
clean 321, running smooth.
Bypass 9809, I have a full route clearance
Walter
for
G,
you.
note this is the
Copy.
landing, or the taxi to gate, man, so.
I'm sorry, Bypass 9809, I have a full route clearance for you. Advise when ready to copy.
Since we are going to go to replay mode, well, actually, we'll taxi to the gate here, and then we'll...
United 224.
see if there's anybody in there, and then we'll disconnect from VATSIM. But since we don't technically need to listen to him, I can
24 LA, hello,
use
thanks.
him, so I don't have
RDAP
to listen to him anymore.
66.2403.
Oh my gosh. I love VATSIM, but man, it's hard to stream and carry on a conversation when you got that much radio traffic. Look at these guys coming in here. Look at this. This is on point, man. This is so on point. We'll take Charlie 9er at Alaska Ram. Awesome. Alright, clear left. Coming left. I forget, do we have marshalers? Oh, we've got that auto park. So, we'll take this gate right here on the end. How's that sound? We're going to turn our taxi light off. Fire up that APU. Alright, auto park. A320, it should say 321. It's a little disheartening. Brake set. Engine 2. Seatbelts, still waiting on that APU, almost there. Listen to that spool down. Golden State says, I like the SFO 28 approach the most, but this was awesome. This one is, the SFO 28 is pretty sweet too. Check that guy landing there too, awesome. Our APU is available. Killing engine 1. Boom. Richard Kenson's fantastic stream, dude. Appreciate it, man. Pumps are coming off. We'll leave the APU bleed off. We're going to just go into replay mode. Everything else can go off. Disconnect from VATSIM. Off. Throw you guys into replay mode. Let's take a look at this replay. And I'm ready for some dinner. Let's back it up here. But that was a beautiful approach. That's a little far. We'll do it from there. It's going to be loud in the cockpit, so we'll do it from right here. We got replay sounds. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Anthony Amston's great stream, man. Can't wait for the next one. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for flying along with me this evening. This, I think this is a very finely tuned 321 in this new version. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. A lot of little things, but I've said it before, and I've said it with the FS Labs. It's a lot of little things make a big difference for an overall big picture. So, you know, picture stuff, but you don't have any of the little things, that can really kill immersion in a simulator. And not necessarily immersion, but it can just kind of not be as enjoyable, especially when you're talking about a specific airplane. And I think Toliss has really done a good job at cleaning up the little details. There's still a couple little things that I noticed on this one I'm going to take a note of, like the low course there not showing. But other than that, I mean, it just feels polished and ready to go. And I can't wait for the Neo variant to come out. That is going to be a lot of fun. Sergius, thanks for the stream. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Taha, you're awesome, man. What airport? This is the short final Los Angeles, KLAX, where airport. Well, one of them said 115. Oh, look at that LAX in the background. Oh, that was sweet. I normally never let it go all the way down on that wing view, but that was really cool there. Let's just watch the touchdown from right here. See the spoilers coming up and the spoiler-ons. Not spoiler-ons, I'm not A300 anymore. The Florence kit. Getting confused on all my airplanes here. Look at LA over here in the background. That whine when it comes to idle thrust. I don't know if you guys picked that up. But that's a fantastic job. I'm going to do one more from right behind the wing, and I want you to pay attention when I retard the throttles to idle. Listen to that whine as the engine spool down to idle thrust. Right there. Love it. Too freaking cool. Alright, let's look outside. Let's see what we got here. Captain 3051, thank you for the great stream or great learning content. Once I get an income again, I will join the crew. Captain, thank you so much, man, just for being part of the channel here, hanging out with us in chat. A little off. I was off on the center. Well, I think that takes it off. Oh no, I didn't get that nose down. Yeah. I sat her down right, but then I kind of effed it up from there. Anyway, good engine sounds for sure. So we set her down right. I just need a little bit more rudder. Yeah, I was actually a little side loaded. A little side loaded. Not bad. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I hope you had fun. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya.
Retard. 10.